I bet when you read my title, you're thinking, oh, he's going to do another podcast on abortion. Well, sir, you are wrong. I am personally disgusted and so ashamed of myself and our country today. And let me tell you why. Now, I'm cursed with getting up extremely early every day, like 4 to 4:30, because I was raised on a dairy farm. I can't rid myself of that demonic curse. So the first thing I do is I turn on the local TV on my laptop just to hear the weather and see if anything happened the night before. And then I go through 3 websites quickly: MSNBC, CNN, and Fox News, because all 3 of these are propaganda arms of, the Republican or Democrat parties. I love politics, so I just get into, see how they interpret all the news of the day. On MSNBC and CNN, I went to those first. It was all about January 6th and Ukraine and, abortion. I go over to Fox News, and glaring and bold with video, with all kinds of stuff, is the story that happened Monday night. 6 p.m., somebody heard cries for help. They opened up the doors of a trailer truck and found 46 dead illegal immigrants from heat in the back of this truck. And many others, of course, were taken to the hospital. This is an incredible, tragic news story that should be the headlines for everybody. Now, I know you're thinking, well, way to go, Fox News. Let's give them an applause. Nope. No, sir. Because I began to read the articles they had there, watch the video. And they will do, it's incredible. There is no more investigative reporting. So when you hear a terrible story like this, you've got questions. To give you an example, one of the first questions I had was, I wonder how many kids were among this 46. Now listen, I'm taping this podcast 9 a.m. Tuesday. And I went and checked MSNBC and CNN again. MSNBC has nothing on this. They even have a section way down south on their website called MSNBC Daily, Understanding Today's News. 11 articles, it's not mentioned. CNN, I give them credit, does have it at about the 3rd article on the top of the page. No video, nothing special, just a written article. Now here's why. For Fox News, and this is my pain. I start reading. I'm wanting questions answered, but no questions are answered. Their intent is to blame this on Joe Biden. Exact opposite. The reason they're not talking about it on MSNBC and CNN is because they want to support Joe Biden. This is why I have this contention that in our society, politics is now more valuable than human life. I am so disgusted with this, I cannot tell you. And I feel a part of this, okay? We have to stop this. Listen, recession may take the money from our wallets, but this attitude will take the soul from our bodies. It will take all the kindness and love that we would ever have in our hearts and replace that with meanness and hatefulness. It will destroy us as a society. I call upon you. I'm a Christian. I'm sorry. I prayed this morning. I prayed that God would forgive me for this awful attitude, and I prayed for our nation, and I prayed for another great awakening. Do you realize, we're going to celebrate the birthday of our country this weekend. A generation before that, there was a thing that happened called the Great Awakening, a true spiritual revival through all 13 colonies. Man, it turned people from being hateful to loving, from being, not drugged out, but being alcoholics to sober, from being mean to kind. It was incredible social change that took place. And many of us are Christians today because of what started then. I ask you, hold yourself accountable for this crap and repent and pray if you can.